when I'm dreaming, brother. Even when I'm broke, I'm scheming. Real talk, no gimmicks.
Break bread or fake dead.
Yeah.
If you love me, show it, that's all I say. Break bread or fake dead. Don't wait till I'm gone just to show respect. Break bread or fake dead.
Yeah.
I'm tryna make plays, not beg for a check. Break bread or fake dead.
For real, for real.
If I ever looked out, don't forget that day. I ain't rich, but I move like I'm chosen. Same fit, same dream, still focused. Bill stacked, but I still thank God. Ain't complain once, I just play my odds. They see peace, but they don't see stress. They see the smile, not the pain I digest. If you my dog, then ride with intent. Don't cap love, I know what that meant. Break bread or fake dead. You know who real when it's time to spread. Break bread or fake dead. I've been real, never switch for bread. Came from the bottom, but I don't feel low. Had to let some fake vibes go. Still keep it solid, that's nightish cold. Never hate, just stick to the road. It's folks that smile but don't mean it. Love ain't love if you never seen it. I'm just saying, help me win a little. Don't wait till I'm gonna spin a red on bed. I'll build. But if you real, you help to feel. Break bread, that's how love spread. Night is cold, town lit. Break bread, fake dead. Yeah. I'm still grinding, watch how I tread. Break bread, fake dead. Don't show a leg when the table's fed. Break bread, fake dead. Yeah. If you with me, then mean what you said. Break bread, fake dead. I don't need much, just respect my bread.
Real talk, no hate, no cap. Open soul forever.
Welcome to the Paladin.
What's going on? Almanize, hey Adrian Nicole. Good morning to you. Let's do this. Put the banner up. I haven't been playing my background music. So let's get us some background music. Let's see. I think we can just go ahead and chop it up. Put it on loop. All right, we got that popping off. We're going to talk about some of this industry stuff. I don't know if it's staged or if it's real. Who we got up to bat? We got Summer Walker and Rich the Kid. We got Jim Jones and Kendra G. I should throw Tasha K and Ja Rule up in there too, because Tasha K tried to report that something happened with Ja Rule, and the reports was initially about Max B, who's got to be in his 50s. Ja Rule got to be in his 50s, supposed to getting the man jumped, but then Tasha K said it wasn't Max B, so there's that. It just never ends, pretty much. And then at the end, we got Ray J having a conversation, but we're gonna start from the beginning. So we shall begin with the chronicles of whatever you want to call Summer Walker. Let's get right to it. I might as well put the link out there. Folks is always saying, "Where's the link? Where's the link?" I don't have no monologue. The days I do, the link will come. Let's see. And the link. Chat. Shout out to OG Do Dirty for letting me know the reason why I couldn't see certain things, because I have to say chat all. I'm gonna do that in the beginning of every stream from this point forward. So I was wondering, why can I see someone on the inside and I can't see on the outside? What's going on, Rapid One? Let's get to it. Summer Walker. Summer Walker, I guess, then got some work done or whatever else. She's in the industry. Her and Rich the Kid. I don't know if them is breast implants or whatever all is going on with her. But when the ladies get them fingernails, it's like talons. That's why. She got this big old hat on. The top of her chest, just I mean, it's just a lot of tats. I mean, to each his own, but that's just a lot of tats for me. it comes out of the line of like cute. It's different when women have cute tattoos. Like I've seen some women with the little colorful, the pinks and reds and yellows and it'd be something nice and it'd be in a nice. But I seen a lady with like a half a sleeve. It came from her shoulder down to her elbow. It looked cute. It wasn't like, and then maybe she have a little heart, but little bitty stuff. But sometimes when you get all like that, it throw me off. But let's listen to the lady.
Admitting at her big grand level of celebrity that she's a side chick.
And see, that's the thing. You got to think about that interview that 6ix9ine had. Yeah, he done all that he done, but think about the interview that he had. And who was that asked him? I think he was talking to Trap Lord Ross. And Trap Lord Ross was saying, these women get in the industry and they start falling off and then they start getting money and blah, 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 blah. 6ix9ine said, no. He said that, why does that make sense to you? And Trap Lord Ross was like, what do you mean? And 6ix9ine said, no, they go after people when they're at the top because that's when they had the most value. Everybody can see when you're coming down. That's like a desperate play. No, you want to be in the peak of your career. And then I'm listening to Summer Walker. Summer Walker is just a Vic out here. At the peak of my career, you're going to come over here, you're going to trick. And yeah, you're going to get broke off a little something on my terms. She's a boss. I listened to some feminists. Remember a long time ago, we looked at the white girl. Her name was Lily something. The one that slept with 100 dudes in one day. And she kept talking about, her power through sex, how powerful she is through sex and having control over her body and blah, 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 blah. And then she didn't really go too deep into it. It was a lady reacting to Lily, whatever her name is. And she was the one that got into the whole, how it's feminist, it's sexual liberation. And then she started talking about fourth wave feminism. And then from that clip of her talking about it, we then went over to some political people that's pushing this fourth wave feminism. And they started talking about marketing, social media and going after men and going after the manosphere and going after the red pill and the problem with Andrew Tate and all this other stuff. And then they were talking about trying to legalize prostitution, legalize, people were getting, tested for STDs and all. It was a whole how to take down the patriarchy, the problem with the patriarchy currently, and how they blend that together with prostitution. Let's legalize prostitution. You should be able to hoe, and you should be able to keep all your money from hoeing. And it shouldn't be no middleman or man, period. And they just kept saying bash man while they kept talking about hoeing. I was like, huh? What? Hey, but let's get back to it.
Slash prostitute. You feel me? I'm trying to say it in a weird way so the algorithm don't get too crazy with me saying it too many times. Y'all be wanting new definitions for old descriptions. Oh man, so boy, it looks like a couple years ago when Summer Walker was singing that she just might be a hoe. She was not pump faking. Okay, she was not pump faking. She was following through. Okay, now what we have right here is that
we respond to Almanize. She said, "Is she at her peak?" I don't know if she at her peak, but is she on a decline? I thought like Summer Walker was new. Isn't Summer Walker new? And she just been around just a couple years. No, but isn't like Summer Walker like 5 years old? Summer Walker in the music industry began with the debut mixtape Last Day of Summer, released in 2018, which features a hit single, Girl Needs Love. She gained significant recognition with this project, leading to her debut studio album, Over It, released on October 4th, 2019. The album received critical acclaim, peaked at number 2 on the Billboard charts, 200 chart, and was certified triple platinum by the RIAA. So she just what? That's just 6 years. Y'all saying she's on a decline already? When she just debuted her album 6 years ago? Let's see. Let's see what a recent album. Finally Over It is third studio album by American singer and songwriter Summer Walker. It was released through Love Renaissance on Interscope on November 14th, 2025. The album marked the third and final installment of her Over It series, following Over It in 2019. "18 tracks. Yeah, I thought Summer Walker was up there as far as new artists. Good morning, Reese. What up, American Tradesman? Good morning, Shiesty Bum.
I'm speculating that someone that had Rich the Kid phone, maybe his lady, released the audio with Summer Walker, admitting to wanting to be Rich the Kid's side piece, all right?
I'm sending you this right now because I'm 15, and they say when you're 50, you're true.
I'm just looking at this picture right now, thinking about when we're going to eventually get to Ray J. Ray J says, as a streamer or even as an artist, your chat really runs your life. So if they not banging or eating or pooping, they in their phones. That ain't a relationship right there. That's just using bodies. And she's saying that he tricking. If his money is right, it's a write-off. But let's let her get into this whole thing she finna get into, because it's wild. So here's the release of You Want to Be a Side Piece, and that fits in with the feminist perspective. She don't want no man around her all the time. You want to hear him and have him breathing on her. They don't like men.
Let me move these big ass flowers. You nigga just got me out the way. Excuse me. Let me sit them right here. That was probably the dumbest shit I ever seen anybody do. Not gonna cap. Because it was like no point. For what? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, for what? I'm not mad because I know that you're off in your mind, you're fried in your mind. So I can't expect anything less. But it's just like, for what? I don't have no shame. Let me start off there. I have no shame. I take nothing back, babe. I told everybody on my type, I date for money now. Your man, he spends money. He spends money. Y'all are not married. I don't fuck with married man. Whenever I even thought there was a ring, I made sure there was no ring. There was no ring. Tory Bricks. We have seen videos of you fighting women, bloody, beating them bloody. We have seen videos of Rich on Ring cameras, like he got someone pregnant. Time after time after time after time after time. I don't even have enough.
See, my thing is this: when I hear y'all saying this stuff, y'all saying in the chat. So let's go along with she's a 304 or a hoe or whatever. Let's go along with that. Why would she care about anything you're doing, as long as she's doing what she wants him to do when she wants him to do it? Why are you building up a dossier to then come online and spill all the tea? If you're a 304, since they like to use that, and you getting your money and you don't really care about him, why be invested at all? But all these 304s keep repeating. I keep seeing most of them say they don't care nothing about this person. They don't. How can you? They say themselves, how can you even like a trick? How can you like a simp? I even hear strippers saying, how can you like your customers? You like their money, not the person. And again, this is my channel. I care. I'm talking about what I give a damn about. Whether you like it or not, that's a personal issue. Go somewhere where somebody give a damn about what you like or dislike.
Fingers for how many bitches that he cheats on you with on a daily basis. And you have no self-respect whatsoever. And instead,
another one that throws me off. If you're a 304, you have self-respect. How that makes sense? If you just one amongst the rest of them and all you care about is if you get some bread, that's self-respect.
of taking that shit up with your man, you come at everybody else, but the source of the problem, I'm not your issue, babe. I've like actually been advocating for you for a long time. Like even in the voice memo, you heard me say I've been advocating for you for a long time. Like I always tell him, I'll be like, y'all so perfect together. Why you just want to be with her? I say it all the time. Like I talk big of you, I talk good of you.
I'm sorry to cut it off, but when women do that, bro, it be the most backhanded shit ever.
Yeah.
You only try to do it your biggest with me. Why? Because I'm famous? You like, are you trying to get something? You finna drop a link? I hope you finna drop a link. Oh, please, y'all, if she finna drop a link, go buy her stuff. Mama, she needed like a little push, a little promo. Because that was just stupid. You know, I've been that man for years. Everybody's been fucking with him for years. He be with everybody. So what's the problem? Like what? Like you're never gonna leave. You're never gonna leave. It comes to a point where it has to be like a certain level of disrespect that you have got to come to. Like, all right, this is it. This nigga can do anything to you. So if you're not gonna leave and he's gonna keep cracking that wallet wide open, then what can't we all just get along? Anyway, I don't want this.
I don't get it. And now here we go with Reese. How many dudes in the chat? Is Ronnie? What's up, Ronnie? We got, let me see. We got Ronnie in the chat. We got Rapid in the chat. We got American Tradesman in the chat. We got Savage in the chat. What's going on, Savage? I got a question since these women be babbling. This is a good question for the dudes in the chat. Looking at Summer Walker, understanding what she is, she's just a prototype. Do y'all want hoes? Because I be hearing people on different chats and different panels and whatever else talking about men want whores. Do y'all want hoes? Do y'all? I'm asking. I know I'm a germaphobe. I don't want a cheating wife. I don't want a lesbian girlfriend. I don't want a prostitute. That shit is disgusting to me. That's why I say I'm not into casual sex or casual dating. If somebody just screwed somebody a month ago or a week ago and we on it, I don't want that tramp. I don't want nobody just around here just loose booty. I don't. If y'all do, please let me know. Inform me. Do y'all love these hoes? I'm asking for myself, not for a friend. I'm asking for me. Because y'all all diseased. Shit is disgusting to me. Why you care? Because I do. Live with it and kick rocks. All this fluidity and freaky shit is nasty and disgusting to me.
Can't get enough of our chat queen G-Love. Delicate but tough. Y'all watch yourself. Don't get too rough. You are now in the hands of B-Love.
Look who popped up out of the clouds. What's going on, B-Love? Let me see. Salute to the chat queen. Go back over here. See this right here. So, oh, good morning, Jones, for more. Oh yeah, good morning, Ronnie. Yeah, I don't even want to fuck a 304. Y'all can have them. What's up, $4 dollar? Dollar Washer keep changing his name. $4 What up, $4 So y'all not saying y'all love them. Y'all saying they good for parties and y'all fuck them. I don't even want to fuck one. But I'm immature though, I guess. I gotta understand that all these grown men have been through there. All through there. I always been like that though. I always been like that though. I used to be like, you fuck too? I don't even want to touch you. Ugh.
Man, I don't care about this man. I don't like this man. And
I don't know what it
you should be
is,
so glad that I don't, babe.
but I don't know what it is. She looked like inflamed, like scarred or something. Not like bruises, but like, you know how somebody like get a chemical pill or something, they face kind of look. It don't look like she got on makeup. If she does, that's a good makeup job. But she looked like, I don't know, swole up from alcohol or something. I don't know what it is. Something going on.
Because if you did, you would really have a real problem. I can't stand I can't now. I don't care anymore.
She has nice teeth though.
I've been dragging it on for years, dealing with him because sometimes I just sometimes I don't need it. Clearly, obviously, I live in a mansion, unlike you. But I just wake up sometimes. I'm like, I want to go here. I want to do this. I want this. Send me some money for this. Send me some money for that. And so, like a little boy toy who's just like nice. He's just sometimes like he has filled up my whole entire house with flowers before, like multiple times. Took me to Italy, took me to my friends. And, just like little nice stuff. Something one time he gave me like $25K for my mortgage. And I could have kept getting it. But right, lucky for you, right after I get right up to that cusp where he will fully take care of me, I don't want to go that far. I just want to be the side. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. That don't sound like liking a person. That sound like just as long as you giving me whatever else, I'll go ahead and break you off. And then, give me a break. Cause I really don't. She's saying over and over again, she don't like him. I'm saying hoes don't like no man, but she's saying in this thing over and over again, she don't like him. And most of these whores that I be listening to say, nobody care nothing about you. I don't know what all they doing. I don't know what's all so fascinating about them. I don't know what it is, but shout out to y'all. When I hear people be like still talking about Kim Kardashian, I'm like, is Kim Kardashian still famous or something? Oh no, she got a makeup line and she got a this and she got a that. I said, okay, well, she made something out of it. It's confusing.
Like, I just want to be the side and I just want you to chill. I don't like him enough to lay up next to him every day. I don't even know how you do it. I'm not going to start talking about him. I'm not going to start talking about him, but you know the things about him. Girl, I don't know how you do it. I was just trying to play my little position. He clearly won't stop, and he's obsessive. You can say that you're going to leave him alone, and he will just call you back to back to back. Get to call your friends, get to call your manager, get to call your assistant, get to sending stuff. It's like free money. So why would you just every now and then you just give in? You be like, you know what? Fuck it. Let that nigga do it. Let that nigga take me somewhere.
This shit crazy because money just becomes a tool to certain niggas, better saying that time. Like, we here because you was calling him drunk, saying how much you miss him. So I understand now you're trying to play a whole different angle, but we're here. We are here because you were seen calling him, leaving the drunk voicemail. They said drunk man speaks a sober mind. Something like, come on now. I understand what you're trying to do. I understand the play.
But it's the thing though, if you the side piece and you want to be the side piece, just accept being the side piece. You don't have to be on the internet trying to do damage control. You said you don't got no shame. What's the purpose of this whole conversation then? I'm just saying. Sugar Bum, if that's the case, that guy is obsessed with you. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. But you trying to act like side pieces won't pop up at your house. Y'all be wanting one sided so badly. She called him drunk. If everything is going smoothly and he ain't around and you said you don't even like him and you don't want him to be around, what was the problem? What was the phone call for? These women be out here doing emotions like these. These women be hiding in bushes the same way. Look, you need to cut it out, Shicey Bum. If you're going to tell the truth, tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Both parties be obsessed. Some folks can be hen-pecked, pussy whipped, and all of the whatever. And then at the same time, she can be dickmatized. What up, big dog? She's talking about every time he came close to possibly being the man. I was like, So then why you didn't leave him alone when you got tipsy? You got tipsy and wanted that old thing back.
How did we get here though?
Let me see. Okay, yeah.
You know what? I'm actually really glad you did this. Because I was this close. I said, damn, I really want to push and I really want a condo in Miami. But I really kept thinking about it. I was like, I don't know, because you act nuts. And this is what I needed to see. I was never going to get peace in my condo. You were going to terrorize the living.
You wanted a condo in Miami from a person you don't like, so you got drunk and called them and said you want to be the side piece. Why you need to call them and say you want to be the side piece when you already the side piece? Let's move forward. It's a lot of information. Now here's Rich the Kid.
To come and speak. Let's see what ZB got to say.
Why should somebody she could have had banana, strawberry. Why should somebody she could have had me, but she was begging? Now that's crazy. Could have had me, but she was begging. Everybody heard the voice note. Now you still calling me right now, so what you saying?
He's in another country and she's trying to contact him right there. So she got two different personalities. You're live on a phone call talking about we need a blah 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 blah, 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 and then you somehow come out and flip it. And then you say it wasn't even him that put it out. It was his girl that ain't never going to go nowhere. She need to go on ahead and accept being the sister, wife or sister, whatever you want to call her as a sister. Y'all women hate each other. Or probably everybody.
Yes, that's it, man. Thank you. I'm in India, by the way. India. Somebody she could have had me, but she was begging. That's all I said.
And someone calling him as he on live or doing this video are petty. I get why y'all hate each other. Y'all, man, this shit crazy.
Free breaks. I don't even care that you did that. I should sue you, but it's not that serious. I know that you're fried and tapped in your mind. You're a nigga. Everybody, and he's been everybody since y'all started with each other before y'all even had kids.
How does this make sense? Is this supposed to be tea? How does it make sense? So you're trying to clown the girlfriend because he screws everybody, but he's screwing you too. See, that's where it's starting not making sense. So he's screwing everybody. You giving her a warning. This is a cautionary tale, but he's screwing you too. Oh no, I'm making wear a condom. You can get weight. It's more things you can get. Man, that's some freaky stuff. Side chick sisters. And you saying she never gonna leave him when you still calling him.
You've beat bitches up bloody. He's gotten pregnant and had babies on you.
So he beat women up bloody and you mess with him. He's got women pregnant and you mess with him. Is this you convincing what's happening right here?
He everybody that he can think of, and he literally wants to everyone all the time and not just be with you. And he's never just going to be with you because he doesn't like you. Because if he did like you, because y'all been together for so long, that he would have just married you and there would be no scandals and there would be no infidelity. It's really just that simple. You should actually take a listen to my album, Finally Over It, so you can learn how to leave when something doesn't no longer serve you. But
Let's do a little marketing here also. Let's do a little marketing here also. Why blow up my spot? Because we both got hot. Now kick it. Believe me, Tweety, I got enough to feed the needy. No need to be greedy.
I don't know. I feel like I've been on your side a long time. Like I keep telling the nigga, nah, why you don't with her? Why you don't with her? Why you don't with her? Like, she's a good girl. He just won't leave me alone. He's very persistent. You know how he gets. And
I ain't gonna.
Wait a minute. He won't leave you alone, but you drunk calling him?
dick ain't worth it. Nothing is worth it. He's not even fine. Like,
Whoa.
You feel me? I'm trying to say it in a weird way so the algorithm don't get too crazy with me saying it too many times. She's a sidekick slash prostitute.
I am tired. Like, if y'all not, if you not just gonna shut up and let him do what he gonna do, and if he not gonna stop amping you up to do the shit that you do, and we all just get along and let that man spend in peace, I'm cool. I'm tired. I do not, it's not, the dick ain't worth it. Nothing is worth it. He's not even fine. Like, let's be real. You be talking about, oh, well, I saw that you said that you love him. Yeah, girl, that's what you're supposed to say, girl. Wake up. This was...
Yeah, you said you love him while you was drunk. You said you love him and want to be the side piece while you was tipsy. I know I'm feeling myself a little bit. I'm a little high. But I'm cool with being the side piece. Matter of fact, you can come over here right now. And now it's the dick is trash. I don't care about the money. I don't care about none of it. I'm a little sick of it. And she's a celebrity.
This bitch is just open your eyes so you can see what's right in front of you. Girl, he's gonna make you go on Snapped. He's gonna make that blood pressure go through the roof. He's gonna make you go on Snapped and he's gonna make you kill somebody. You have got to reel it in, honey. That's it, child. I'm gonna go out.
Hey, Vixen Forever. Good morning.
Outside tonight. I gotta do find me a new nigga to.
After all that he's this blah 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 blah, you got to go outside tonight and find you a new what? Yep. Y'all watching this live when she's saying that you're supposed to tell a trick that you love him. Ooh. Ooh. I ain't give that man none I ain't give that man none in so long. Ain't been in the mood. That voice memo drunk. But if y'all think I care or feel bad, I don't. He mess with hella people, but I'm supposed to be the one to take the blame and feel bad. Get a grip, LOL. Call me Miss Pizza Hut. From now on, I don't give a F.
Care or feel bad, I don't. He mess with hella people, but I'm supposed to be the one to take the blame and feel bad right here.
Summer Walker, I have never sent that to you because I don't talk to you, girl. You got that out of his phone, Trick. Wait a minute, out of his phone. You're obsessed with me and trying out me over a trick. Wait, you're obsessed with me and trying to out me over a trick. I have multiple tricks. It's not that serious. Like, get a grip. That contradicts what she just said. She said, now that he gone, she got to go find another one. But if you got multiple, I guess you need to have tricks on top of tricks on top of tricks. Okay. Trying to out me over a trick. It's not that serious. I have multiple tricks. Now go post all 20 of the other women he talked to instead of trying to get clout off of me because your career is in hell. Let's wrap this up. Who was the other woman she got all these texts to? Why is she coming at me though? Laughing my ass off. Now I dig in your shit. Don't play victim. Why is she coming after me though? Laughing my ass off. Now when I dig in your shit, don't play victim. We are engaged, and you know that. It was my choice to not get married because Rich and I had a few hiccups, and I knew he had a few things we needed to work on as a family. I'm not in a rush to get married and then have to get a divorce. But what I do with my man and my household is none of your business. Pizza Hut. Why is she calling well, she said call me Pizza Hut, so I guess that's why she calling you Pizza Hut, Summer Walker.
Or the club to find a new man, Summer. Goddamn.
Since you're still going, I'm gonna keep going. You can't just keep saying you're engaged. You're engaged. You're engaged. Does he know that? Does he know that? It's been how many years? Y'all are not married. Stop throwing that shit in my face like I give a fuck about some nigga lying to you about how y'all engaged. Last time I checked, he showed me that the ring was not even on your hand. I made sure before I even with him. The last time I actually with him, because all this shit is old. The fact that you're bringing all this shit up and it's old right when my album is coming out shows me that like you just really need to go ahead and drop the link. You need to go ahead and drop the link for whatever it is that you're trying to sell. Because this shit is old. You like literally waited. And the fact that you're not posting the rest of the bitches that he fuck with while you're like trying to make it seem like it's just me. Girl, just go ahead and walk down the aisle already. Since y'all so married. Stop bringing that shit up and throwing that shit up in my face. I don't care about y'all.
But I ain't gonna lie, Summer, that make you look worse. That you know that you amongst a fleet of bitches. That make it look worse, Summer. Like, goddamn, I ain't gonna lie, you know, I don't really rock with Build-A-Baddies. I don't like Build-A-Baddies, but you do look good. You do look good in these clips. So I can understand why nigga made in Future voice.
Oh my goodness. You can understand. Shout out to you. Let me see. Let's move forward. Let's see. Go from that to this. You must be used to me spending and all that sweet.
For years. Sit down somewhere. Stay in your lane. And your lane is very narrow. It's a bike lane.
He's not for me, but I wish him well, you know.
I see this comment, not to cut you off, but someone said, taking advice for single women is insane. Well, then go take advice from the woman who's married to the man in jail, go take her advice. You see? Go take advice from the woman who's married to a man in another country who she ain't never met, but she married. Go take advice for the woman whose husband cheat on her, and she know it, and she watching the kids.
It's just nothing but They talking to you, Kendra G. Why are you talking about all these other people? They talking to you. You the single woman. Now I forget how many years ago that was that Kevin Samuels told you getting older and all this other stuff, and you go buy better wigs and get more skincare. Then you was on that boat with that African dude talking about you gonna try to get pregnant tonight until they found out he was a scammer. Why is this public information? We should know this much about you people. And then y'all want to act sanctimonious. It's crazy. I don't really be judgmental like that. I just don't want to give blue waffle. You must be hypocritical, possessing sanctity, being holy, sanctimonious.
That he made with the other woman. Go take advice from her.
The music is what always gives the person. Look at that. Wait a minute now. And let's get popping tonight. I hope they ain't still playing.
And they've been stomping her out. And Kendra said, I can't take it. This wasn't even a paid. This wasn't even a super chat. Kendra, you giving life to nothing. Kendra said, somebody in the chat talk about, they be on her top. Yeah, why she up here giving advice? Kendra said, go take advice from, and then she went on her rant.
You see how she has to try to justify her position as a marriage advice giver? You see how she had to justify it? She said, okay, then go get advice.
Hey, anybody and everybody can get caught up by the chat. You got to respond to the chat. You probably want to respond in a way where you can still be okay. You don't want to say disparaging things about people that's married when you ain't married. Let me see. Hey, TMKC. Let me see.
She went into Bane's basement. That's how deep she went. She said, go get marriage advice from a woman married to a prison nug. The most egregious matrimony on the face of this earth. She said, go get marriage advice from a woman that's constantly getting cheated on. Go get. Then she talked about herself. Go get marriage advice from a woman engaged to an international scam artist. Go ahead.
Sending her money to the wife in Africa. Yeah.
Yeah, you know you did that, Kendra. You definitely gave some money to a whole nother woman in Africa. They hustled. They did international pimping on you, sister. Look at her face. She unhinged. Go off though, Kendra. Go off.
And they didn't even send her any shea butter from the motherland. You know, she did all that tricking with Ashley Foot, no shea butter. It's all bad. But yeah, you guys pointing out all the things. She pointed out everything negative about a marriage and a relationship. What about getting advice from like a Raquel, who's been married, or other wives that are out there that have been married? Even getting advice from someone who is in a relationship, you got to have some sort of proof of something. And that cash money relationship that you had back in the 99s and 2000s, that don't count, Kendra. So
I was so hoping that Paul Pierce would give her some pushback when she was talking about her relationship from 14 years ago. It's like, why doesn't anybody ask her what's been happening since you were engaged, that college relationship, and you were in your 20s? Now here you are in your 50s and you're still harking on that. What have you learned since then?
I thought
You've been hoeing, and you
Paul
never talk about that. Why not?
Paul let me down. Sister Rose. I thought he was gonna get it away. He got the good doctor. I don't know if the directors told him to tone it down, because he was on the good doctor, and then Kunta came there. He just let her fly. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, and his little co-host is getting more and more and more masculine. She was eating all that stuff Kendra was just serving up to her. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's so smart and insightful. No, it's not. It's not. I don't know why the worst of us get the biggest microphones. You know, it's so sickening. And for her to sit up here and talk about
why the worst of us get the biggest microphones is called propaganda. Let's listen to something. Just come on here and spew the most horrible stuff. You're going to get into some algorithms. You're going to get some viral moments, and somebody going to go, we want that one right there. He's doing what in the street? They're doing what? And who's cool? Let's understand the lore of it. They're knocking each other down. They've been doing it for how many years? Let's give that person a record contract. What? She can't. And she don't like men. She gonna talk about. Let's give her a contract, some endorsement deals.
This is why she's not a girl's girl. You see how she's dogging all the wives and all of the plight that they might be going through, a dude in jail, or hard times with your husband, because it's not always up and stuck every time. You go through things, and she's just shitting on all of it. Nothing is always 100% all good all the time. And they're looking for perfection they're never going to get.
And I was going to say, to be triggered by a comment in the chat, and then for her to go off like this, now she's alienating her audience, right? Because Kendra, what percentage of your audience do you think are desperate women that's want green card bays and dating men in prison and all this stuff? You are talking about your subscribers and the people you try to hustle.
Every time. This is why Kendra has, with all her power, she has created this atmosphere around here where her patrons, her supporters, her audience now loves to hate her. That is devastating.
Yeah, because there's no decorum there. I be sometime thinking, is that what I'm doing? Is that what I'm doing? I got to pull back, huh? I don't want to be what they call a locale. But see, she be going off on people, and then they just at some point be like, wait a minute, why you think you so much better? And that's where they start pulling you back. And then you'd have been, because they didn't send a super chat or nothing. You just read the chat out loud. Yeah. And then people will come on the panel and they'll start reading out the chat out loud. No, only the host can do that. Only I can do that. If these people ain't sending no super chat, don't be reading it, whatever they saying out loud. All these paragraphs they writing, most of the time they talking to each other.
To anybody's business model. They love to hate you.
Women is insane. Well, then go take advice from the woman who's married to the man in jail. Go take her advice. Go take advice from the woman who's married to a man in another country who she ain't never met, but she married. Go take advice for the woman whose husband cheated on her, and she know it, and she watching the kids that he made with the other woman. Go take advice from her. I don't give a damn. Let me tell you something about me. I am not forcing anyone to take my advice. I'm not even forcing you to be here. You woke your ass up. You got on your phone, push your thumbs to come follow me and watch my show. I didn't ask your ass to be here. You don't gotta take my advice, because guess what?
Oh, yeah, that's how I'm starting this. No, I take it back. What I said earlier, no, I take it back. Y'all had a right to be here and say all the goofy stuff y'all want to say. I'm not finna run off no people. Woman, don't run off your subscribers. Don't run off your chat. Your chat is probably live. Just let them say whatever they saying. They got all the answers.
Well, I don't give a damn about you taking my advice. I know my advice works, baby. Listen, so you can take advice from anybody who you desire. Take advice from these sad ass men who talk about women like dogs.
Kendra, stop. Man.
Stop lying.
Why you lying, ho?
Stop lying.
Prezi, I know the time, ho.
Stop lying.
4G.
Take a stroll down memory lane. All right, Kendra, we done been here before.
Is there still pressure for you and Chrissy to get officially married?
No. You married?
I'm not married.
Your mama married?
My mother wasn't married either.
All right, then. So that should answer your question. Why you worried about me getting married?
These people with these sound clips is not allowed.
Jimmy, oh golly. Now, first, get up off that pillow. That's egregious. But I feel you.
Oh, she deserved that energy. Yeah, that's all.
She definitely all that. Yeah, and she did it. She took it with a smile. Kendra's on the clock. Yeah, see.
This was radio days, so it's a few years ago. Yeah,
on the
she's
clock.
still up under white man.
Oh yeah, let me respond to this. Almond Eyes. What's up, Studio Mansion? Almond Eyes. I hear what you're saying right there. I just don't know how that works. I hear what you're saying, but I just don't know how that works. Right now, in the stages that I'm in right now, because you know I'm starting all over from scratch. Right now, the stages that I'm in, I appreciate the people for being here, but I don't have a partnership right now. So when you don't have a partnership, you're not finna get no check from Google. They'll say, hey, you're doing a great job, get up to this many subscribers. Hey, you're doing a good job, get up to this many watch hours. But right now, yeah, I thank y'all for being around, but it's not going to matter until you get to 500 and some however many thousand watch hours. So there's people on channels where it's 2 people watching them. But if they on every day, they got the watch hours together. And if they on every day, if they can get a couple subscribers each day, they'll eventually get there. I know people who had their watch hours in like 2 months, but they didn't get their subscribers until 2 years. And a lot of people that be in that situation, they quit. So I thank the people for being here, but the people that be here get comfortable with being disrespectful. I'm cool with trolling or whatever else. I'm just not cool with disrespect and comfortable disrespect and lies. So they're gonna get flamed up, but anybody that come up on this motherfucking panel, don't read these motherfucking chats out loud. I don't even have a super chat right now, but don't read these chats out loud. What the fuck is you doing? So that still stands. I don't know where you be at, where you can just read people's chats out and all that other shit. All these people that come up on this panel been here long enough to know what they're doing. So yeah, miss me with the bullshit. If they come up on this chat, read shit, I'm just gonna drop them now. I'm gonna get funky now. And if somebody annoy me in the chat, I'm just gonna drop their ass.
She'll be back soon. Don't worry.
Kendra, she could say what she wanted to say. Kendra sitting there, she bite her tongue so hard, blood going down her throat. Sister Raquel.
Yeah, and even talking to Jim Jones, we all know the situation with him and Chrissy and all that. I still don't think they're married. I know they've been together for a long time, but even with that,
he's never gonna marry her. He never gonna marry her just based on he says he's petty. His beef with Max B, I don't know. Max B was locked up for like 16 years, right? So 16 years ago, Max B talked about messing with Chrissy. And Max B just got out 16 years later, and Jim Jones say he's petty. He ain't never letting it go. So if Chrissy actually slept with Max B, he probably holding that over her head. Just based on the things that Jimmy says himself. And I thought she was walking away some years ago, but shout out to that relationship. It's been lasting quite some time. And Jimmy ain't young neither.
Chrissy still has more than you. She still has a man. You have not produced a man yet. And Ashley Foot doesn't count because that was a scam. Kendra, where is your man?
Yes, agreed. I never knew this happened. I'm so happy. This is just so, it warms
we're
my
going out with
heart.
Cease tonight. This the tip of the iceberg.
Oh.
Make sure y'all stick around. We cooking tonight.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna take it back. Yeah, she playing and joking. Said what? We don't think Jim Jones like being questioned about marriage. Not by Kendra G.
Thank you.
Is there still pressure for you and Chrissy to get officially married?
No. You married?
I'm not married.
Your mama married?
My mother wasn't married either.
And your mama married? Shout out to Jim.
That's a thing, though. That's a real thing in the community. Generations are unmarried. It's normalized. If you ain't seen marriage, if you ain't seen love, if you ain't seen this, where you get that from? Well, why would you think this is even worth it? That's a part of the intro. In a dreaming, I can't be in love when you never seen it. That's a part of the fucking intro song. Break bread or fake dead.
I don't know about Kendra, but for me, I'd be like, man, I need to kind of get my affairs in order, at least have like a solid type of foundation, some sort of a relationship, maybe not marriage or whatever, but I need to have something if this is going to be my lane. I'm selling a product that I myself can't even buy because it's not working for me. So
It ain't about getting a man, it's about keeping a man. Can you keep a man, Kendra? The answer is heck no.
What you got, Raquel?
I get that the station probably had questions for her to ask him, but because of the fact that I'm not in a relationship and my mother wasn't married, that would probably be a question I wouldn't have asked him, or I would have asked him a different way, taking him and Christy out of it. I probably would have said, what are your views on marriage, instead of, do you feel pressure from people like me on the radio, to marry Christy? Like there are ways that you can, appease your bosses, but still be a credible person, so that if he ever sees you on the red carpet, he'll at least dap you up instead of looking at you like, get away from me. Like I would never want someone not wanting me around them because I asked them something.
I don't know. Sometimes that backfires too. Because when Michael B. Jordan said whatever he said to, was that Mandy B? Who was that he was on the red carpet with? And he said, oh yeah, you don't remember me, huh? We went to school together. That kind of backfired on both of them. So they just keep playing the clip over and over again?
Relationship on television, that is something that fans, we always kind of have that question.
As a fan, you fans need to turn around and see if your mama's married or if your father's married. That's what you fans need to do. And if that's not going on in your household, you fans shouldn't ask me any questions. You dig? I'm only letting people that has grown up in a household that's married, mother and father, and if you are in a marriage. If you're not in a marriage or your parents haven't been married, you're not allowed to ask me that question no more. I like how that is. I'm keeping that one from here on in for all interviews.
Oh, man.
That's one way to look at it. If you're not married, your parents wasn't married, your aunties wasn't married, that's one way to look at it. But Kendra, you get this often, sister. You keep putting yourself in that position.
Someone just said Kendra's advice got me married. Free A said Kendra's. I'm gonna screenshot this.
Of course you are.
Kendra's advice got me married, and I say this in a humble space, and I'm not even humble. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I ain't humble. I looked at the definition of humble, and humble says not proud. That ain't me. I'm very proud.
I don't believe that that's the definition of humble. I believe she just kind of made that up. Having or showing a modest estimate of one's value or importance, not arrogant or self-important. You can be humble and still be proud of the things that you accomplished. So I think she kind of made that definition up in her head just to fit her own narrative, but back to it.
I'm very proud. So if you're looking for a humble person, find somebody else to follow, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not humble. I'm very proud, okay, of everything I have accomplished. So I ain't her. Go find somebody else to play with. But when it comes to marriage, I 1000% feel very confident talking about marriage. And I know a lot about marriage, and I don't have to be married in order to know about marriage.
Okay.
I don't. Okay. That's like, and it only happens, and I say this all the time. I've been a journalist for over 20 years. And before before this space, I only interviewed celebrities, singers, actors. No one ever said, you don't got a Grammy. How can you interview a person? You don't have an Oscar. It never came up. All of a sudden, when I started talking to single people, and the reason I can tell you about marriage is because I'm a journalist. I've collected data.
There's really no connection right there, but go ahead.
I can absolutely tell you the individuals who want to get married and who the individuals who are playing with marriage. I can tell it so easy. That's why even our first person who got married, Joanna Evans, and Evans came on the show. I literally had just started the show. It was April of, it was COVID, so it's 2020. And I started the show at the end of April. So Evans was like on maybe my second or third show. And I said, and Evans was like ready to be a husband. And I said, this is a good one, ladies. He's a good one. His now wife, Joanna, was watching. And she even says it when they came on. She was like, Kendra, you said he was a good one. And he ended up being a good one. They got married. They the first couple to ever get married, got 2 kids to this day. It's easy to tell if somebody really wants to, I mean, I could tell by now if somebody really wants to be a husband and if somebody really wants to be a wife.
What? You can tell if somebody really wants to be a husband or really want to be a wife, but you was on that boat with the African dude that you found out was a scammer and suppose he had a woman. When does your intuition kick in? When it's about other people? I don't know, man. But if people going, I guess keep getting that bag.
But furthermore, guess what? I don't give a fuck if you don't believe it. I don't care. Go, like literally, go while you here. Go follow the people who miserable because they ain't not happy. Let me tell you something. You know why people talk about Kendra? Because Kendra's name is money. That's the only reason why people talk about me. Because my name makes the money. Point blank, period. So let's start there, okay? My name is currency. So people enjoy talking about me. How many names have you ever heard me say on this platform?
I tend to disagree with that. I've said this before, and this is no slight to Kendra. She will probably take it as
Let me see. I heard you say Kevin Samuels. I heard you say Corey Holcomb. You just got through talking about Jim Jones. You say quite a few names. Why? Because you're a journalist. You talk about all these celebrities. That used to be your job at the radio station. What are you saying right now? Current affairs.
But I think Kendra G thinks she is a lot more important or a lot bigger than she actually is in reality. Like, she's big on social media. She has large followings on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and I would never take that away from her. But in the big realm of things, like, people outside of social media likely don't know who you are unless they were in a area in which you were a radio host at one point. And I said this before, one of the reasons that people discuss Kendra G, her show, and particularly not her, is that her show is a train wreck. It's not good content. train wreck that people can't turn.
It's kind of like the Jerry Springer show on social media. Cause she be reading, they say Kevin Samuels be reading people. What is she doing there? Laughing at you, going, girl, you a mess. And she literally means you are a mess. She's not speaking figuratively. She literally means you are a mess. I don't know. I don't know. Why? Why? Somebody told me that everything she wants is everything she sees. You know I must love you. Said you were the perfect girl for me. And now you tell me that you're having my baby. Tell you that I'm happy if you want me to. One step further and my back will break.
Away from.
Besides celebrities, nobody. Because guess what? I'm the real gangster. I build shit on my own. I don't need to use somebody else's content or name.
Oh my goodness. I'm so sick of hearing people use this one. Why do y'all make them comparisons? You got one person talking about, I got that dope. I got that dope. I'm really this and come on, man. You can't reference something else other than that. And these are proud statements. I tell you that I'm happy if you want me to. If my best isn't good enough, and how can it be good enough for two? Do. Somebody tell me, won't you tell me why I work so hard for you to give me money? I'm the real gangster. That's what we just heard Tasha K saying. Why are you hood dudes always talking about suing when she talking to Ja Rule? What you want to do, Kendra? They're celebrities. Ja Rule, I'm sure, is happy with being home and free. What do you want him to do? Said you were the perfect girl for me, baby. Do. I don't know. So one talking about selling dope, the other one talking about being street. She says she's a gangster. Tasha Case wants you to stop talking about suing if you're from the street. What are we asking?
To become what I want to become in this world. I work. That's what workers do. This is what successful people do. This week, I did an observation. I was talking to my therapist, and I'm just going to say what I'm going to say. It is what it is. I've been having a lot of conversations, a lot of things that I'm working on. So I have a lot of meetings.
So wait a minute. She's a gangster with a therapist, so she's Tony Soprano. What? I don't get it, man. Sunday morning, the 23rd. Yes, y'all. No one will Huh? Oh. I don't even know what that means. Now you tell me that. Hey man, she Tony Soprano.
This week in particular, most of my conversations have been with millionaires. And I was talking to my therapist and I said, you know what? I love talking to my millionaire friends. You know why? Because you know what we talk about? We talking about making money. That's all we talk about. Every conversation I have with a millionaire friend, how we make more money, what do we do in learning to make money, and then potential leisure time. But a lot of times we don't even talk about leisure time because we too busy trying to put our minds together to figure out ways to become more successful. You know what we don't talk about? Other people. Me and my millionaire friends don't talk about other people. We talk about ways to create things in this world. Guess who talk about other people all day? Broke people. That's what they do because they got time. See, people who make money, we know our time is value, okay? My time is my currency.
You are alienating your audience. You don't know who that person was that made them statements about you not being able to talk about people being married, but you are alienating. First, you start alienating the men. You man is bummed. Yeah, I got to use my content. That was the first thing you did. I don't know what that was about. Now you're talking about people that don't have money. That's the majority of people. You are alienating your audience. I talk to my rich friends. So what if you was left to just have a rich audience? That means you have hardly an audience.
So how I spend my time literally matters because whatever I'm doing, I'm taking away from money I could be making. So are you worth that? Are you worth me? But people spend time on that's like gonna be broke and never successful. They'll be broke their whole life and never successful because all they do is gossip. And they use their tongue to curse their own lives. Like that's the even more astonishing thing about this is that people think they're cursing me and the whole time they're only cursing their whole lives. Nothing you say will ever harm me. It will always only harm you. And God forbid you have children, your poor daughters are gonna grow up to become the women that you talk about online all day. Imagine calling a woman a bitch, a hoe, a whore, and you have a
so she I thought she said poor people. So now she spent around back around to men. Okay, she's back on men again. Okay. So yeah, you could say that about men because then you can, I guess, galvanize women to come together and say, yeah, these dudes is poor. Why they care about what you did? She spent it around. She spent it around the block. She back on men again. Why you got my name in your mouth? I'm the real gangster. When I talk to my therapist, I want to see what he thought about that. Y'all broke.
Because the truth of the matter is you might convince the people online, I know the truth. You're not happy. You're miserable. You're jealous. You're envious of my success because I'm a black woman. I'm a dark-skinned black woman. How dare I live above the limits that you have set for the bar of my life? Oh, let me get real deep with this. This really comes down to the fact that I'm a black woman, a dark-skinned black woman that's doing way better than a lot of men.
I would never take anything away from Kendra G and her success. She put in 20 years as a journalist, so I'd never take that away from her. But I actually said this on my live stream, and I said this a few months ago. Dark-skinned black women, and y'all know me, I don't be taking shots, talking about Keisha's and none of that shit. That's not my style when it comes to this content. But dark-skinned black women are some of the most insecure, not 100%, but they are some of the most insecure people because this conversation has nothing to do with you being a woman or you being the...
And I don't even think she that dark unless the lights is making her lighter than what she is. I be hearing people saying that Kendra's ugly and if it wasn't for the wigs, that's an attractive woman right there. To me anyway. And dark, is she really dark? I'm confused. And broke, why are you talking about poor people? I can see if you just say men, and I don't even know why you're talking about men. Listen, them women that say that all these men is going after women, you mean online? Is somebody calling you Keisha in real life, Kendra G? And even the dudes online, just based on the other day, I'm looking at Freezy show the other day. Most of them men up there was going after Obsidian, defending the women, defending the sisterhood, or whatever y'all call yourselves. The whole show was about manosphere and red pill dudes is fat and they lovers of men and they rims and all this other stuff, and people be celebrating and shit. Yeah, fuck that nigga, fuck these niggas, fuck them, kill them, whatever. Bullet bags and all this other shit. Is it that many men doing this shit that y'all talking about? I don't see it. I do see this other side. I do see dudes scared to even come anywhere near females, women. I be like, why are you scared to talk to that lady? But then again, I'm older. But yeah, I see a lot of dudes ducking and dodging and bobbing and weaving and not trying to say nothing when y'all be going off. Even online. I bet it's hardly it. I want to see what the chat's saying over there. Let me see. Let me see what the chat is saying over there. She is a hypocrite. Bipolar. Kevin cooked her. She guilt, insults. Oh, it's okay. She just always loud and wrong. These is women though. She's still bitter. That's a woman. Lex Smith. I don't know if that's a man or woman. I'm 38 years old. I'm a black. Okay, that's a man. And I've never known of another man to be mad at any women just because she's a woman. I don't know about that neither. This is foul. Still can't say kindergarten. She say kindergarten. A lot of people say that. Kendra crashing out. Yeah, she is crashing out. It's eating her inside out. Whose drunk auntie is this? Wow, they bugging. They bugging.
Dark-skinned woman, and that's something Kendra G always default to. So that's when I talk about deep down insecurities when it comes to complexion. She always takes the criticism about her as people were attacking her because she's a successful woman. Kendra G, is because of the product you put out. Your content, again, it's a train wreck. It's not great. It can be sad in some ways and entertaining in others. And I wouldn't dare try to say as far as you're happy or not. That's a little bit too personal. But just like you can say that you're happy and those people don't know you, it's no way for you to say that those people are unhappy either. Y'all both would just be speculating.
And remember when you was a kid and then you was in kindergarten and they said the boy that—
There you go. There we go. Kindergarten.
Bother you the most, he bothered you because he really liked you, right? Because he didn't know what to do with his emotions. So when you're in kindergarten, the boy that was always bothering you and trying to hit you is because he really liked you. And as a child, he didn't know what to do with that emotion. Well, that little kid that bothered you and didn't get enough attention and was very sad that you didn't be his girlfriend, grew up and got a microphone and became a podcaster.
You didn't be his girlfriend. That little boy that liked you, that you didn't like, grew up, and you didn't be his girlfriend, got a microphone and now a podcaster. What is she talking about? What is she talking about? Hey, Sin 7 Sin. Oh, so Jones Rumor said he is using her content to make money. That's what YouTube is. YouTube is mostly reaction channels. That's what, you know what? I hear people say that and then I watch them look at other people's content and react to it. That's what this is. This is exactly what this is. So she has Jim Jones on the radio station or on a live, and then she talks to Jim Jones about Jim Jones's life on TV shows and whatever else. So she's being judgmental. So now when she gets judged after being judgmental, I'm confused what y'all saying. Most of this stuff is reactions. We reacting to men and women. And you go on IG Live. If I go on IG Live and have a breakdown and people all examine my breakdown, I can't say, why y'all talking about me? You put it public. That's what people issue be with, like Vlad and Joe Buttons and Jubilee and all them things. People want to react to that stuff. I don't think there's nothing wrong with her boob job. Maybe you see something I don't see.
And now all he does all day is yells, screams, and cries about all the women that he would never have a day in his lifetime. And now he finally feels good because guess what? There's a whole bunch of other goofy ass men who are like, finally, somebody that understands my pain. You know, please be our leader because like you, we're lonely and no woman wants us. And we just hate this universe. And God forbid these women are really proving that they can be happy without a man. Please, please talk about her. Y'all some bitch asses.
And I said,
I love it. Y'all some bitch ass niggas. I love it, man. I'm gonna be critical of y'all. So then when y'all be critical of me, I can say, that's because you're using my content. That's crazy. How do you know that it's the dudes on microphones doing whatever it is you're saying, unless you looking at their stuff? You just didn't repurpose it. You instead of you showing the video. So we just shouldn't show your face. We should just look at you crash out and go, hey, did you know what Kendra G did today? She called a bunch of dudes bitch ass niggas on her whatever this is we looking at right now. Now, if y'all respond, y'all even bigger bitch ass niggas than what she said y'all was. This is hilarious. But I give her this. She not throwing rocks and hiding her hand. She throwing rocks and saying, yeah, I did it. What you gonna do? Bravo. One step further and my back will break. Yeah, that's all we do over here right now anyway, is we react to stuff. And then respectfully, she stole somebody's whole style when she sat up there and tried to argue with him. Her show is basically Kevin Samuels, but it's a woman doing it. Straight up. Everything we seen her do over there. Get up. Let us see you. Get in the Kendra cam. Girl, you a mess. I guess it's different when a woman does it to the women. Shout out to Kendra G.
Said this before. One of the things about Kendra G that nobody really brings up, I know she has the lawsuits out with MABW and strike other people's channels. What it really boiled down to, and I've said this a bunch of times, Kendra G doesn't like the fact that male podcasters react to her content with the ladies on it because she feels it's not fair because we don't give as much commentary on the men videos. That's what it really boils down to. She'll never admit it, but that's what it is.
Let me tell you who the real gangster. I'm really the real gangster. I'm harder than a lot of you niggas, and that you can take it how you want to take it. If
No,
I'm
you're not.
masculine, you a bitch. And that's what it comes down to. What I mean.
If I'm masculine, somebody called her masculine. Whoa. That's wild. That's wild. No. Let me say this. People that stream, they stream. People that show you them chopping down trees or building a house or whatever else, that's one thing. But reaction to this, look, like I'm responding to it right now. I'm responding to this wild shit she's saying. I don't care if it's a man on there, a woman on there. I don't even react to that kind of stuff. I'm reacting to this right here. Jim Jones, I'm gonna judge you, but if you judge me back, you niggas is bitch ass niggas. What? You judge that man. The people want to know, you know, is he gonna ever take Chrissy seriously? The people want to know why you not married. Now, if I'm gonna ask that question, am I not supposed to ask myself that question? I'm in my 40s. Why am I not married? If I'm finna ask somebody that, well, you know, don't your shoe fit on the other foot? That little boy that could never get no pussy got a microphone now, and he's somebody's leader. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. I think that's all we do though. We look at like TV shows and see people crashing. I'll be like, whoa, like the Krishan Rock and Blueface stuff. How do you ignore that? And the influence that they have. Like, I'm sure some little girl somewhere that's dark skinned is looking at Kendra G and listening to Kendra G talk about men as bitch ass niggas, and you should, girl, go out and try to be as masculine as you possibly can be. That's crazy. That's crazy. I've been on some stuff where they be trying to say Kendra ugly than a motherfucker, and all she is she's a builder boo. I mean, I'm like, where's she ugly at though? Look at her lips. I love big black lips. I'm a black man. Look at her titties. What's wrong with them? I'm confused about that part. I'm not, and that's my thing about most women that I know. Their looks is not the issue. It's the attitude. It's not the looks, it's the attitude. And that's most black women I know. It's not the, oh no, you're a baddie for sure. Is that what y'all call yourself nowadays? Baddie? So yeah, you're a baddie, cool. Well, since I'm a baddie, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I see you. What's up with your cousin? Do he not see himself? Then y'all want to attack a person because be like, I don't want to deal with that attitude. I'm not disrespecting you. I'm not calling you out of your name, but I'm having a civil conversation with you, and you just a little too full of yourself. A bunch of women got big titties. A bunch of women got big old asses. A bunch of women look pretty. There's a bunch of pretty women every motherfucking way, not just you. And it's more women than it is dudes. So I'm confused about that. You don't see me? Yeah, I see a lot of women like you. Look at all your friends. Y'all all got your hair done. Y'all all got your makeup on. Y'all all got your nails done. Y'all got all these pictures on IG and Facebook and all this other stuff. Yeah, I see all of y'all. Oh, you scared of women? No, I don't want to deal with nobody that's annoying. Why would I want to be positive towards somebody, civil with somebody, respectful of somebody, patient with somebody that's not going to be positive with me, patient with me, understanding with me? But didn't you do that? Yeah. I did all that stuff. I got YouTube channels of me talking about all of it. Yeah. But just like you say, what Mary say, take me as I am, take me as I am. If you don't fuck with me, I'm cool with that too. But the thing I hate more than anything else is conversation going on too long. You said you don't mess with me. I'm like, cool, I keep it pushing. And then you talking about me. Why are you still talking about me? Let's stick to what you said, whatever you said about me. Let's stick to that, the reason why you wouldn't mess with me. So since you don't mess with me, I don't know what else there is to say about me. I don't have nothing to say about Kendra G's aesthetic, wig and all, cool. I think she be looking cute. She just do the shit she's doing right now. Your man is this and your man is that and your man is this and your man is that. Why don't you say manosphere and red pill if that's what you're talking about? But you don't say that. You say you men are weak. Could you imagine a man just saying women is weak? Even when men make valid points, it's some damn Captain Saver motherfucker over here ready to go to fuck off. Where's the female equivalent of that? I can't even tell that lie. Shout out to Crimson Cure and Danica Marie and all of them.
that with my chest, because I cannot believe how weak some of these men are.
She said, I can say that with my chest? That's wild. Shout out to saying it with your chest, lady.
Like, I really feel bad for the women of today, because these are the men. You are the king. You are the king. I'm so grateful that social media is just a part of my life and not my real life, and that I'm blessed to have real men in my real life to compare to weak men online.
And see, when they do that, so why you not married to one of them real men that you have in your life? I love that part. All those great men that you know that have the money and all that other shit, why aren't you married to one of them men? You know, great men. I always love that part. You know, great men. So why aren't you arm in arm with one of those great men and y'all be a power couple?
If it wasn't for my real life of these astonishing men, and black men at that, that's why I will always love black men, because in my real life, the black men are just incredible. These are incredible humans. So I'll never say a blanket statement of an overall of black men. The most incredible black man ever is my father. Like, nobody tops him, period. So I really feel sad, because what's happening is we're dealing with the area of jealous men of women. And it's really sad, because men don't know what to do with women like myself, who are very unapologetically don't give a fuck about your opinion, know that your opinion is some bullshit, and
very unapologetically about your opinion. What? So let's go along with her logic. You know, great men, you know, people that can empower you, can help you across the board, but you choose to look at the people that are beneath you and put a spotlight on them. I thought it was this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine and I'm not gonna look back. If everything is going great in your life, what's wrong with that? And then to the people that's bad listeners, people have reviewed me. They have took my shows of me reacting and then said F what I'm reacting to and went directly at me. Have invited me on their shows and try to mock me, make fun of me, crack jokes on me and all of the stuff. I have no problem with it. But what I will do is I'm just not going to come to your show no more. I hope the best for you. Fuck your show though. Because if it's, we're going to bring you here so we can mock you. No, you're not. All you need to do is mock me once. Once I see what the play is, okay, got you. Love you though. Bless you, boo. And then people who shows I go on a lot and I realize they don't come on my show, I'm gonna stop going on their show too. Why? You don't need me there. I ain't nobody. I'm a struggle streamer. I'm gonna be a struggle streamer and you know, kick it with my struggle streaming alumni, my struggle streaming brethren. I got 173 subscribers, I think. I'm gonna stay in my lane. Let me see what I got. 172 subscribers. Yeah, I'm gonna stay in my lane. And understand that when I go to other channels, that them the big boys, them the cool kids.
I want to add this too. For everybody that be trying to give me advice, do it in your own life.
If you didn't care about those people's opinion, you wouldn't be on this 17-minute rant. You wouldn't be on that. And again, she tries to make it as if men are jealous of her and the things she's accomplished. And she talked about how men know what to do with women like herself. No, those are the men that you want. The men that you want don't want to deal with you. And I wouldn't necessarily even call Kendra G masculine. She's just big-headed. She's probably borderline narcissistic, even though I don't like throwing that word around. But she thinks she's the shit. She's the first black woman with money, and can't no man tell her shit. And I'm not mad at that whatsoever. That's your personal life to live, and you can live it just like we all have our own personal lives that we have to endure. But that doesn't make it as men hating on you. It's just that the men that you likely want just won't put up with you.
I think there are some men that view that they hate women, and there are some men that say they just hate American women. They're clearly saying that, that's for sure. But to say that that's like I say on here, the majority of the conversation we having on here is about a minority of people. I just don't believe in real life everybody got the Kendra G mindset. The majority of these women think like Kendra G. Because the majority of women ain't got no money. The majority of men ain't got no money. So if you got a person, her daddy didn't have no money, her brother ain't got no money, nobody in her family had no money. I was listening to Eddie Murphy on his little documentary the other day talking about, it wasn't even Eddie, it was his brother Charlie. Charlie said he can go back to 200 years ago in his family. That's how much history they know. He said the first person in his family that popped off was Eddie. And then Howard Stern tried to act Charlie Murphy that must have made. He said, hell no, I love my brother. And then, you can look at that and go, okay, so he's just saying that. But then what did Eddie say when they got back to Eddie? Eddie said, my brother took on the father role when my father passed away, because their father passed away when they were super young. Then they got a stepfather. I think he was a boxer. And Charlie know karate or something. Charlie always protected his little brother. Oh, and that's why Eddie said he could not go. Well, Eddie said after he lost his two fathers, his biological father and his stepfather, he just could not be at a funeral. He can't handle it. And I understand that. Oh man, I understand that. Funerals is a lot to deal with, man. And it can be overwhelming. And if you can't handle it, I can understand that. But yeah, all this blanket indictment stuff is an issue. And see, the thing about Kendra, when I think about it, you want to like Kendra. And like most people, I want to like people. I don't want to dislike people and have all this crazy stuff to say about them. But they work so hard at being fucking annoying and just being shit people. And at some point you just go, damn. And you don't want to meet them. Well, I don't want to meet them with force and try to shit on them. And that's why when they have shit where, we're going to do some roasting and some, that's why, at some point, some days I'll just watch Fight Club. I wasn't going to go up there because I don't want to, roast and talk shit all the time. You gonna come back and roast next week? I gotta be in the mood for it, so I don't say nothing too crazy. But I don't want to be roasting or whatever else when I'm angry or something.
And that's why your age and your relationship status that you talk about.
How are you gonna give me advice and you not more successful than me? Because if I was to take your advice, I will end up like you, and I don't want to be you. See, I don't want to switch places with you, your mama, your wife, your kids. I'm going to choose Kendra every lifetime. Every lifetime. If God put the deck down and said you could be Kendra G or this man's baby mama or this man's wife, I'm going to choose Kendra G every time. I don't want to switch places. So therefore, I cannot take your advice because then I will have your life. And you know my saying, I would rather see Jesus first. Okay? So if you could do it better, guess what? Do it better. Don't give me the advice on how to do it better. Prove that you can do it better. But guess what I know? You can't do this shit better. Period. That goes for anybody. Can't nobody do this shit better than me. You know why nobody can't do it better than me? Because they don't have good intentions. The only reason why I'm successful at what I do is because I genuinely have good intentions. I genuinely come here to connect people. I genuinely am happy for other people. It's a genuine situation.
And I can believe that she's happy for those people when they get together, but don't get it twisted. I don't think she has bad intentions, but you do this shit for money. There are monetary reasons why you do your content. Again, don't think you do it with bad intentions in your mind, but let's not act you're not here for the bag. Let's keep it a buck.
That's why I am successful. Other people want to duplicate it, but they want to duplicate it because they want the fame that they believe that I received from it. What does Sarah Jakes say? Sarah Jakes is my girl. And she recently said, you could take my whole playbook, but guess what you ain't gonna get? The oil. You can try to duplicate me all day long, but you don't have the oil, baby. You're not gonna ever rise to the occasion in which I am because you an imitator. You're not genuine. It's never gonna work for you. And if you felt that I was talking to you,
I think disingenuous people can win also. I don't think you have to be genuine. I think all you have to do is be put in position a lot of times. And you have to be likable. But I do not think you have to be genuine. No. It's too many imposters on here that's winning. But let's move forward. Shout out to Kendra G. Let me see. And all that sweet whining. Now Ray J. Ray J has been, doing a little crashing out here and there. It bees like that sometimes. He was on that Kirk Franklin show with NLE Chopper and Jonathan Majors and all of them. I don't know, man. Is anybody happy anywhere? Anybody anywhere? Is anybody okay? Is everybody all right? I mean, Then we want to get to think this is feminism versus red pill. That'll be the last thing. So, Ray J.
That's the problem. When I'm talking, you talk over me. Do you want to talk? Talk. If not, when I'm talking, let me finish talking. I'll let you finish talking. You're reading the chat. Read the fucking chat. Let me finish answering the question. If not, you answer it. Because I got 1 second before I don't want to answer it. Matter of fact, I'm not going to answer it. See how fast that takes when your attention span goes crazy? I was going to explain it to the chat, but I'll explain it to the chat later because this is my fucking chat. And I'll talk to the chat every day because I fuck with my chat. Now, you got your chat too. So you can pull your chat up and talk to your chat. But don't ever think you run my chat. My chat runs me. It's all about the chat. When I say it's all about the chat, this isn't some kumbaya like this is everybody's chat. Everybody got their own fucking chat. This is not your chat. That's what I'm saying. I'll tell my chat.
I think she can't be like, I look at the streamers, right? I look at Ben Adon, I look at DDG, but it's hard for me to look at a lot. I guess because they're so young. But I look at what they try to do. I look at Blueface and long time ago McQueen and a lot of these different people. It's hard to do though. Cause some of it be corny and it just be, like it's like I can't look at the Kai Cenat group. Out of that whole group, I could probably look at Duke Dennis, but Rakai and Ray and Tota and all them little kids, nah, they doing too much. and it don't even make sense to me. But I guess the people are enthralled by it. To see a little dark-skinned young black man paint his face white, put on a wig, put on a skirt, and constantly be flirting with, is he gay? So then they confront him and ask him, is he? And he's like, no, he's not. So then why are you doing this humiliation ritual when you're not even that? And even when I show Speed and Kais and I did that little shower stuff, what was that about? And even the other day I saw Neon and Aiden Ross and 6ix9ine and Benadine, and they were doing some questionable stuff. It'd be like, I know you could do, but I guess they know better than me because they got the eyes and the ears.
Tomorrow when I wake up by myself, what happened? Get it? That's how strong the chat is. That's why I fuck with the chat. The chat will never let me down. So if you thought this was our chat and they were gonna just be OW Sheila for life, it don't work like that. This is my chat. You can cry all you want, but crying is cool because you start to realize that it's not always about you. You get what I'm saying? It's not about me, it's about the chat.
They were just asking.
Hey man, listen. Hey, listen, man. That's exactly what I do. That's exactly what I do. When the tears start and she finna start trying to talk to me through crying, man, I just remove myself. Or I send her out of the room. I be like, hey, go get yourself together. You know what I'm saying? And come back after you get yourself together. Cause you can't talk to me while you're crying. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk to me with tears. Don't do that. Just cry. Either you got to cry or talk, one or the other. You can't do both. And all he really did.
Yeah, that's guilt tripping. Especially an adult. That's guilt tripping. Like I was looking at India Love crying on camera talking to people because she was at a casino and I believe the dude that had his hand all around her neck and doing all this other stuff and act like he was pouring alcohol in her mouth. I believe that was the swimmer. What is they call him the dolphin? What's that white Olympic swimmer name? Anyway, she was doing that right after DDG just got through buying her some kind of, I think that was a Chanel bag from Paris, like 10, 15 G's, 20 G's. And they said they just doing that for stream. You spending 20 G's just for streaming stuff to fake like y'all in a relationship, and then y'all don't look like y'all got no chemistry. It's like she was acting you like you her little brother. When we saw the dynamic when y'all was on the streaming university, how she was grinding all up on Duke Dennis and smelling all up on him, and then you had to come in there and oh man. And when they flame her in the chat about what she did in comparison to the DDG stuff, then she's on the stream the next day crying, talking about she's working on herself. Man, if you don't cut it out.
Did, man, was chastise her for trying to take over his chat. But you know how it is. A woman love validation. So she get a few comments in there about how pretty she is or how whatever she is. And before you know it, she in there, man, she bumped.
Yeah, Michael Phelps. Tony Hawk is 100 years old and he's a skateboarder. Yeah, Michael Phelps.
Barred in the chat. She in there interacting with the chat because she, she's getting some validation. I'm telling you, man, I do not do social media with women. I would never do this. You ain't gonna never see me on no platform, man, with no woman sitting beside me, man, and we doing content together like that. Now, I'm not telling you I won't upload some content on a platform with my woman cooking. She preparing a meal, and then I record that, and then I upload it as a standalone piece of content. But me and her sitting side by side, chopping it up. Nah, man, it ain't gonna happen.
Who you taking if it's $50,000 a year?
50,000?
60.
I'm sorry. I changed my answer.
Would you rather be a side chick to a star NBA basketball player or be married to a loyal average man?
I would much rather be married to a loyal average man than be a side chick to anybody ever in my entire life of living. It ain't happening.
What's your answer?
I would be rather married to a loyal average man, 9 to 5. I'm not being a fucking side chick.
Okay, so what makes you ladies so different? Because I feel like most people say that, but when it comes down to it, we're talking about an average man who makes, let's say, $60,000 a year versus average man versus an NBA basketball player that's a star, max contract.
I didn't say nothing about no 60.
What's the average income for an American man?
Ain't no way. 60 is crazy.
Listen, 100,000.
My goodness. I don't think they understand what they were answering to. What up, TK? I don't think they understood what they was answering to. For an average man, 60 is pretty good. I don't understand why people don't understand this basic understanding. 60 is pretty good. That's about $5,000 a month after tax. We don't know, it's not that much. That's the average person. If you make same amount as him, y'all both make 60. And y'all work together as a team and save money and do all the stuff you're supposed to do. Yeah, I don't know why it's crazy when they say something like that. Do you want a person that has a bunch of money that ain't gonna respect you at all, but you got the money, or a person that loves you but makes 60? It's crazy. Yeah, TK, about 32. Yeah. About 32. For example, when I'm at a 1-bedroom is between 12 and 16. So if you're making 32 and you're renting an apartment and your partner make an equal amount, y'all can get to saving and planning and doing whatever. I think they don't understand the question they're asking. Average is average.
$1,000 is not an average man. That's not average. I'm talking
Still below average.
So who you taking if it's $50,000 a year?
50,000?
60.
I'm sorry. I changed my answer.
I ain't gonna lie. Once I learned how to shut the up in a relationship, like it just got easier. Like that's one thing I give to the men. Like y'all was right. Like sometimes we just need to shut up. And yeah, I get what I want when I just listen and shut up. Even if you're wrong, I just shut up. I just shut up now. La la.
I don't be understanding. If you don't have a partner, you'd be struggling. If she don't have a partner, she'd be struggling too. See how when you have an honest conversation, how it works? We're average. She's average, I'm average. The average woman makes probably what, about 40 something? The average man make a little bit more. So yes, most people need 2 incomes. So yes, her alone, struggling. Me alone, struggling. That's why you get together. And you have a plan. Why do you need a plan if you got hundreds of thousands and I got hundreds of thousands? Well, I say you still need a plan even with that much money. And I say even with that much money, you still need to pool resources.
La la la. Like I just play this tune in my head until he's done. And he thinks I'm listening and he thinks he's right. But you know, it's all right. Just shut up. It goes a long way, ladies.
Now, I want y'all to understand something. I know some of y'all may say, well, man, was she faking it? I don't care if she faking it. Man, I don't care why a woman shut up when I'm talking. I just want her to shut up. She ain't got to be listening because what I'm giving her is game. I'm giving her information that she gonna need. And you know what happened? If I tell a woman something and she don't pay no attention, and then she asks me the same question, I don't repeat myself. I just got through telling you about this right here. Now you run into their problem, and now you want the answer? Nope, figure it out. I don't play that game. You know what I'm saying? I thought you was listening to me. If you don't remember, hey man, I don't want a woman who can't remember some shit I just told her, like 3 hours ago. I can't deal with that. So the bottom line is this, bro. She's supposed to shut up. And that's all. She ain't even got to take heed to what I'm telling her. She ain't got to receive the information. Just shut up while I'm talking. That's all I care about. I ain't saying a woman can't talk. I'm saying the bro can't talk when I'm talking. And that's really just all that matters to me. So once a woman figures that out, man, she starts to figure out that her best objective is to cater to you. And that's all I care. That's all I care about. You know what
For a date will never be enough. I am so sorry, sir. I'm for sure gonna say, but you know what? I'm not even gonna give you the opportunity because I don't even want to date nobody else. I don't want to date nobody. Okay? Ever. Again. $50K for a date will never be enough. I am so sorry, sir. I'm for sure gonna say, but you know what? I'm not even gonna give you the opportunity because I don't even want to date nobody else. I don't want to date nobody. Okay? Ever. Again.
And I mean, for me, that gives me a reason to respect the woman because I know how hard it is to manage her natural hair. I know how hard it is. It's meant to be that way. It's meant for her to take time on it because that's how valuable her natural hair is. It's something she got to work on. A woman don't appreciate that she don't work for it. That's why they don't appreciate doing weaves. They don't care how bad that shit look. Man, a wig can look terrible on a woman's head. She don't care. It was easy to put on. But if she manages her natural hair, it's a different ball game because she literally got to work on it. She got to bond with it. She got to become one with the process of it. And for me, that I respect that. That's the first thing that let me know a woman can become a part of a process, a daily routine, a daily regimen, because she can't just do her natural hair and then just get up and go. She got.
Right? Like to where, oh yeah, it goes far because it's a pipeline and it goes all the way into right-wing radicalism. Because what happens is when they can't meet the 666, then they say it's hopeless for me. That's black pill. And a lot of our young boys are getting sucked into black pill right now. So if you are a mother of a 17, 18, 19-year-old boy and you're not aware of what black pill is, if you're father of a 17-year-old, 19-year-old black boy and you don't know what black pill is, I think you should become aware. Because if you look at Twitch, if you look at Reddit, any streaming sites, conversation sites where they're able to talk, you will see how these young kids actually think. So it's 100% teaching.
Wait a minute, let me hit this right here. I see we got Tato Mills in the house. Since Tato Mills in the house, I know the money's here now. Let me ask for some money because Tato Mills is in the building. Here we go, y'all.
I need a dollar, that's what I need.
Talk to me about money.
Where is the money?
We need our money.
Don't you think it's about time you gave me my money?
Support the situation. Is money is love.
You could donate on PayPal now, and you can donate on the Cash App.
Thank you very much. All right.
Yeah. Shout out to Tato Mills. The Cash App is $KNIGHTISH1 and it's paypal.me/IDLNO. Support the situation. It's money. It's love.
Them to be resentful even before they give themselves a shot.
Okay. Which movement avoids accountability more and why?
Red pill.
Why?
I'm pretty sure feminism is telling women to be independent and take care of their own stuff. So yeah.
Okay. This is to you, then I'm opening it up to the panel to be able to respond. Pretty intellectual. If your movement disappeared tomorrow, would relationships get better or worse?
Yo, if feminism disappeared tomorrow, I would cackle because I would love to see Black men try to explain why they can't provide. If we all went home and we all just sat in the house and just like wore long dresses and called you kings all day, I would love to see how you were gonna provide and make up that income disparity. So it would make relationships hilarious, but not better.
Okay, who would like to respond to Pretty Intellectual? So you guys agree?
It's mostly women up there.
Okay, go ahead, True.
Okay. Very, very intelligent woman she is, but I just don't agree with her perspective. And I'll tell you why. One, there's still this idea that men have provided. I don't know why.
Wait a minute. Let's go back to what something Sin said earlier. The woman was asked a question about would they want to be a side piece to an athlete or would a man who makes average money who would love them completely. Both women said they would be with the man who makes average money that love them completely. Then he said, okay, so if they make $60,000, they were like, what? See, and then our friend in the chat said, well, you're struggling with that, so you need her income too. But let's go along with this scenario about if feminism is so women wouldn't have jobs. No, you would have to adjust to struggling. You would have to adjust to struggling. You would have to adjust like your grandmother did, like your great grandmother did, to somebody with $60,000 a year. And taking care of the kids. No, you're not finna try to have no kids when you only got $60,000 a year. What you could do is assist in the house and try to add value by working with him to put him in a better position to better provide for you. But no, you'd have to adjust to struggling. It wouldn't be funny. It wouldn't be a joke. But that's the difference between having a community and all this individualism. I was a fiend before I became a teen. Let me see. I have to read this also because that's the new thing I do. We want to read what it said. Shout out to the shout outs, right? Let's go back inside StreamYard and do this. Shout out to Tato Mills for the Cash App. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I truly do. Let me read what it says. It says, "You the man, Nightcap." Thank you, Tato. Other people be like Tato Mills and support the channel. I need it, man. Let's get back to the feminism versus red pill.
That seems to be highlighted so much. If you do any type of historical data research, men have never really provided. We're clan people. You want to talk about the induction of humanity. Men have always done things in groups, always. The reason why we have people working now, from what I understand, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, women clamored to want to be a part of garnering resources.
Let me see. So she says, do I think it's a compelling argument? I don't care. If you was a part of my real life, like one of my cousins or women I've been involved with and all that other stuff, what you will find out about me is that I don't care. And I have had people in my life that'll say something like, do you want to elaborate more? I say, no, I'm done. But do you understand what you said? Completely, indubitably, I know exactly what I said. What you want me to do is convince you of something. Now, respectfully, if you cool and whatever else, I'm just going to say, I'm done, that's it. But outside of that, I don't give a damn if you understand or anything else. If I'm making 60,000, I'm making 60,000. If you're in a society where now y'all can't work no more and you want to be pair bonded or whatever else, you're going to have to adjust to that 60,000 or find a way to contribute to the house to make it more than 60,000. But I'm not finna go out and be John Henry ever. Because the John Henrys never got no credit. Nobody gave a damn. That just was a thankless job that they went over and above for. So you die early and you won't even have a picture on the damn fireplace mantle. So I'll pass. I don't give a damn what nobody think about it neither.
So we allowed them to go into the workplace and facilitate that. Current day conditions, a lot of things could be changed if people were to be more realistic of what they wanted to expect out of life. We're living more, in my opinion, more on the luxury side rather than just the foundational stuff that's necessary. And so it's always interesting to me that these stats are thrown out about what Black men don't earn or whatever it may be. However, we're still out competing our counterparts overwhelmingly economically. And if it was not the case, I would definitely like to see the women.
Like me, I would never make that argument. I would just let whatever that statement was rock out. Because who cares? You know, you men and blah, 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 blah. Okay. Well, don't you want to defend y'all? Defend us from what? If you make X amount of dollars, that means blah, 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 blah. I say, oh, okay. You don't want to defend what? Defend that you think somebody's beneath you? You shouldn't even be talking about somebody beneath you. You should go and get all those things you think you can get. If you think you can do good all by yourself, you shouldn't have to make that announcement. Go do good all by yourself. I don't like to interrupt women that look perfectly happy alone. Oh, look at them all together alone. Is what they call this Galentine Day. It's girls and a man around. They look happy. I'm not finna go interrupt that table.
Do a better job if we're not being the leaders that we're called to be or whatever it may be. I would love to see them take up that mantle and do a better job in the realm that is competition amongst men. And I'll land.
Okay, go ahead, Kiana.
So there's an aspect of both of those statements that I can find somewhat problematic. So as far as the gentleman Trev, with that, we have to look at the power structure that is in the confines of marriage. And when we look at the confines of marriage for many women of the past, it was more so bondage for them.
Like, to me, I wouldn't give a fuck about none of this either. Everything was bondage. Everything was slavery. Everything was a color purple. So, and I'd just be like, so that's how y'all think across the board? Thumbs up. Wasn't no damn bondage. Wasn't no slave. Wasn't none of that shit. It just was what it was.
The inability to have bank accounts, the inability to support oneself, and the dominance of males. And I'm not saying that men are naturally malevolent creatures. This is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that a lot of really negative traits that men in the past have exercised over women has led to many women looking to escape the confines of marriage. Although marriage is a very wonderful thing and is a great thing for families, if there are a lot of men that are harming women, doing poor things to women, we're more than likely going to hear those voices, just as we see today on social media. We have plenty of people complaining about the opposite sex, but you don't hear as many that are speaking up about the wonders of marriage. They kind of keep their butts offline and enjoy their marriage. So I can see where Pretty is coming from. But with Pretty, I think there has something to do with the state of economics. And when you force women to have to enter the market for nefarious reasons, like wanting tax money and wanting to stimulate the economic system by having people put into it more, you're going to have to get the woman out of the home. And as we know, many of the groups, ideological groups that come out are CIA based. These are not all ground up things that we like to believe they are. They're coming from the government as psyops, or they're being infiltrated by the government as psyops. So we really need to take that into account and realize that
So listen to that. That's a long way to go around and talk about being in your soft girl era. That's a long way to go around to agree with Pretty. I think both things are problematic, but as we listen to you talk, you're agreeing with her. Oh, wait a minute. Let me think about it. No, you said that he said so, and then you said so you're disagreeing with him and her. That's right, because she's talking about feminism is empowering her so she can be out and be competitive in the workforce. You're talking about he need to be the sole provider and you need to be at home. So she said it would be hilarious if feminism ended because she would laugh and be at home laughing at you being incapable of being a provider. Then he said something about her going out and being able to do whatever else doesn't matter because men make more money than her. Both bad arguments. And what this woman is talking about is being in her soft girl era. She should be able to have a husband where she don't have to do nothing but sit at home. All three bad arguments to me. It's not about me being in competition with my wife. No, it's not about that. And then my wife thinking that because she makes more money than me, that I'm somehow lackluster as a man. It's not that one either. And then this woman down here that say, no, it's just all on you. That's a bad argument too.
Feminism might have been initially, it no longer is. And I really think at the heart of feminism is human rights.
All right, go ahead, Aisha.
It may have been human rights and first wave feminism. Second wave feminism is when the LGBT elemental P got involved in it. And then after second, third, fourth, all fourth is just, and now they talking about a fifth. Yeah, so everybody is never going to have a meeting of their mind. Well, all these people on these panels and groups, somebody that's reasonable, that's rational, They're gonna take the deal they can take. Now that doesn't mean they won't be a horrible person, but I don't understand why people try to make it seem like the majority of women are above $100,000 maker, or why they want to make it seem like the majority of men are $100,000 makers. If they saying 2 million is 6 figures and up, and it's 46 million black people, and it's 2 million that's in that 6 figure up. So I take the 46 million and split it in half. That leaves 23 million women. And if they talking about somebody make 6 figures and up, they have 2 million people to choose from. And of that 2 million, some of them is women. So you mean that's 10 women to 1 man that makes that amount of money and up. Now, if you don't mind being a sister, wife, and all the other stuff, shout out to you. But all the rest of them people make 6 figures and down. I think it's like 86,000 down to what, 46? That's the majority of people. But if you can do that all by yourself, and you make way less than 100,000, you as a lady probably make 40,000, 36,000. If you want to be alone with your 36,000 and you can do that by yourself and live at mom's house or live with some family member, or live with your sister, shout out to the shout outs.
I kind of agree with the ladies. I think that, leadership requires resources. Like, the family structure didn't disappear because women started working. That's not, I don't know why y'all make up this lie in your head. The wages had stagnated. It was factory and union jobs. There was a war. Like, women were needed. Communities were like economically destabilized at this point. I feel like economic power and stability is what will shape a family. So I feel like in this day and age, like, that's taking away feminism that's not gonna help. I think that men have this idea in their head of like submission, right? Like, if women just turn around tomorrow and submit to us, then everything's gonna be perfect. That's not ever gonna happen today or any day. It's not gonna happen in 2025. If we went back, everything is gonna crumble. We're not gonna be successful. It requires the two people.
All right, go ahead, HD.
Oh man, this is good. So I'm interested in knowing from a Pretty Intellectual, is it money or personality? Because you made that statement. You said that you first talked about personality. He needs to have personality. Why can't we focus on that? And then you transitioned to mostly talking about him not being a provider, and he's concerned or worried about being broke. Could you rate on that for me?
It needs to be both.
All right. So what's considered having money?
Being able to sustain yourself.
So you would say that's not a number?
Oh, I wouldn't say there's a number. There can't be a number because cost of living differentials are a factor.
Okay. So then why was 50,000 frowned upon?
No, I said 50,000 would not be able to sustain a household with 2.5 children in most states.
I don't get why they throw kids in. If you making 50,000, you're not finna have no kids. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't y'all both be working towards whatever this thing you're trying to do? Why would you even attempt to have kids? And that's the thing. These arguments is already pre-packaged. Everything that you're going to hear is already been heard. If you're a young person, young people, and y'all both starting out. I mean, but to answer this question, red pill versus feminism. Because red pill is supposed to be about you seeing the truth in things, right? Red pill versus feminism. Which one broke us more? And who's ready to tell? Which one broke you more? Was red pill a real thing in the 60s and 50s? I don't know. I want to talk about this one with a panel. I think I'm going to wrap this up. I appreciate y'all for being here. I'm going to come back when there's some people that can be on the panel so we can talk about this one. I need some people on the panel. I need some folks to talk about that.
Oh, okay.
Women.
Let me stop that. Hey, y'all, let me close this down. Appreciate everybody for being here. I truly do. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up. So, like we always do at this time,
we'll shut this motherfucker down.
That's all, folks.
it is. See y'all shortly.